gather close, settle in, if you can, and just let the quiet wash over you for a moment. Have you ever felt it? That deep, raw ache in your soul, a feeling like every piece of you has been shattered, scattered, and broken beyond recognition? Maybe it's the heavy burden of disappointment that clings to your heart like a cold shroud. Perhaps it's the sharp sting of betrayal, leaving wounds that just won't seem to close. Or maybe it's the relentless weight of weariness, the kind that saps your strength, dims your spirit, and makes even the simplest step forward feel like climbing a mountain. Maybe it's grief, that relentless tide that pulls you under, leaving you gasping for air. Or perhaps it's the gnawing doubt, the feeling that you're just not good enough, that you're beyond repair, that your story is destined to end in sorrow and despair. I see you. Even if I can't literally see your faces right now, I know that feeling. It's a universal human experience, this brokenness. It doesn't discriminate based on age or background, wealth or poverty. It touches us all. We've all had moments, or seasons, where we've looked in the mirror and seen not a whole person, but a collection of fractured pieces. A heart that feels like glass, shattered on the hard floor of life. A spirit that feels like a fragile bird, whose wings are clipped and whose song has faded. A mind that's overwhelmed by fear, anxiety, and a relentless stream of negative thoughts, making it hard to find peace, hard to find rest. But listen to me, beloved. If you are feeling broken, if your heart is heavy, if your spirit is burdened, then you are exactly where you need to be right now. This is not a coincidence. This moment, this space, this time we are sharing together, it is sacred. It is an invitation. It is a whisper from the divine, saying, "Come, come as you are, with all your cracks and all your scars. Come with your weariness, your pain, your questions, and your doubts. Because tonight, or whenever you are listening to this, we are embarking on a journey together. A journey not into despair, but into hope. Not into further brokenness, but into profound healing. For too long, we've been told that brokenness is a weakness, something to hide, something to be ashamed of. But I want to tell you something radically different tonight. Your brokenness, believe it or not, can be the very doorway to God's deepest work in your life. It's in those moments when we realize we cannot fix ourselves, when our own strength gives way, that we finally open ourselves to the only one who truly can. The one who doesn't just mend what is broken, but transforms it. The one who doesn't just patch up the wounds, but brings forth new life from the ashes. We are talking about God's healing prayer. And let me tell you, this isn't some quick fix. This isn't a magic spell. This is a journey of faith, a pouring out of your heart, a trusting in the unfailing love and power of the Almighty. It's about recognizing that you are not alone in your struggle, that a loving God sees you, hears you, and yearns to bring wholeness into every fractured part of your being. God is not distant, not aloof, not indifferent to your pain. Oh no, the Bible tells us that He is close to the broken-hearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. He binds up the wounded and heals the sick. So, let's take a deep breath together. Let's prepare our hearts to receive. This isn't just about listening, it's about participating. It's about opening your spirit to the presence of God right where you are. Whether you're in your car, at home, lying in bed, or walking in nature, God is there. His healing power is not limited by location or circumstance. It's available to you, right now, in this very moment. Think about the different ways we can feel broken. It's not always obvious, is it? Sometimes it's a quiet, internal crumbling, the kind of brokenness that no one else sees, but it's real, and it's devastating to you. It might be the brokenness of a dream that died too soon. You poured your heart and soul into something, you envisioned a future, and it all fell apart. The job you didn't get, the relationship that ended, the health that deteriorated, the promise that was shattered. That leaves a mark, a profound sense of loss and disappointment that can hollow you out. You walk around with a smile, but inside, a part of you feels like dust. Then there's the brokenness of regret. Oh, that heavy burden of what if. The words you wish you hadn't said, or the words you wish you had said. The choices you made that led you down a path you now regret. The opportunities you missed. The mistakes that feel like indelible stains on your past. Regret can keep us chained to yesterday, preventing us from stepping into the grace and forgiveness that God offers for today and tomorrow. It whispers lies to us, telling us we are unforgivable, that we are forever marked by our failures. Consider also the brokenness of anxiety and fear. In a world that feels increasingly chaotic and uncertain, our minds can become battlegrounds. We worry about the future, about our loved ones, about our finances, about our health. We dread what might come next. This constant state of alert, this perpetual what if, can exhaust the soul. It breaks down our sense of peace, our ability to rest, our capacity to enjoy the present moment. It makes us prisoners in our own minds, trapped by worst-case scenarios and hypothetical dangers. And let's not forget the brokenness that comes from physical pain or chronic illness. When your body is not cooperating, when every movement is a struggle, when pain is a constant companion, it can break your spirit. It can isolate you, make you feel like a burden, and steal your joy. It can test your faith in ways you never imagined, leading to questions like, why me, God? Why this suffering? Even beyond these, there is the spiritual brokenness. Perhaps you feel distant from God. Perhaps your faith feels weak or non-existent. Maybe you've been hurt by the church, or by people who claim to represent God, and now your spiritual foundation feels shattered. You long for a connection, for meaning, for purpose, but it feels just out of reach. This brokenness leaves a void in the deepest part of your being, a yearning that nothing else seems to fill. My friends, acknowledge your brokenness. Don't shy away from it. Don't pretend it's not there, because it's in that acknowledgement, in that raw honesty before God, that the true healing can begin. Imagine a beautiful vase, shattered into 1,000 pieces. If you try to glue it back together yourself, with your own limited resources, you might get some pieces to stick, but it will be uneven, full of visible cracks, and still fragile. But imagine the master potter, the one who created the clay in the first place, picking up those pieces. He doesn't just glue them, he can melt them down, reshape them, and create something entirely new, something even more beautiful and stronger than before. That's what God wants to do with your brokenness. He doesn't despise your cracks, he uses them. He doesn't condemn your weaknesses, he works through them. He doesn't turn away from your pain, he draws near to it. His love is not conditional on your wholeness, but rather, his wholeness is offered to your brokenness. He meets you in the rubble of your life, not to judge, but to restore. So, as we settle into this time, I want you to bring whatever form of brokenness you are carrying. Lay it down before the Lord. Don't try to clean it up. Don't try to make it presentable. Just bring the raw, messy truth of your heart. Because God, our infinitely compassionate and powerful healer, is ready to meet you there. He is ready to pour His oil of healing over your wounds, to bind up your hurts, and to whisper words of comfort and hope into the deepest chambers of your soul. This is not just a prayer, this is an encounter with the living God, who makes all things new. And over these next hours, we will explore how His healing power flows, how to access it, and how to live a life transformed by His grace. So, open your heart, open your mind, and let's begin this journey of healing together.